All right, Jim, where are we right now? What are we doing?
Ordering breakfast, I think, something like that. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm going through with a foundation that's about 3 shades darker than an actual skin tone. And the idea is that you just want to put it on and then wipe almost all of it off. That's the trick.
You're not putting it on thick, are you?
Not at all. It's the idea of just getting a sheer tint. That's why you end up going darker, and it kind of like stains your skin, basically. So she's still going to look like she'll be able to walk out of here today with this on and still look great. Now, when I work on actresses, this is exactly what we do. So whenever you see them on TV or on the streets and they look like they have nothing on and they have these gorgeous tans, it's all about makeup.
How does it feel, Shanna?
It feels good. It's a lot thinner than the stuff I usually use.
What do you usually use?
It's this Maybelline skin clearing stuff, which obviously is not working, as you can tell by the breakouts on my skin.
You don't have breakouts on your skin.
I look like a 15-year-old boy.
No, you don't. I love this, a 15-year-old boy.
Make me pretty.
Okay, what we're doing is concealer, and this is basically just to give her some contour to her face.
Well, that looks a little thick there.
Yeah, it does, but the idea is put it on and then take it all off.
Oh.
And then what basically stains the skin will help to actually change the color, which is really good. And then the very tip of her nose, we just want to shorten it a little bit. Just a little bit of color. And then once again, put it on and then just wipe it all off.
What kind of brush are you using to wipe it off?
I'm using a synthetic brush. A synthetic brush is better because it doesn't soak up all the makeup that you've just put on your face. Okay,
and then it kind of wipes away?
Yeah, basically it just helps to blend it in much better, and it doesn't soak into the brush. It dissipates the product much easier on the skin. And then you do the whole entire jawline and then blend it right down into the neck.
Do you feel like Michelangelo?
Yeah, I do, believe it or not, sometimes.
Now, how far down will you go?
You just do it until you can't see it anymore. The idea is...
to help now.
Most of the product...
All right, Shanna's getting her makeover. Where are we now, Jim?
Okay, what we're doing is highlighter, and basically we're going to highlight the curve on the top of the cheekbone.
What are you putting on there?
This is called La Prairie, and it's a moisturizing concealer in a tube, and you pop it off and you pump it out. This is a little expensive.
Like how much?
This is probably $150.
What?
Wow.
Well, yeah, the moisturizer I use on her, that's like $270. Are you kidding? We're using good products.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah.
All right.
But you can use anybody's. It's just a concealer in a stick, and you just apply it on the top of the cheekbones, underneath the lower lip, on the top of the lip, and then across the eye itself on the inside corner, and down the bridge of the nose.
Should have been a painter.
Yeah, I was. Didn't do any good.
Bob Ross.
I had a teacher who said, "You'll never amount to anything as an artist." Do you believe
You
that?
didn't.
Yeah. And you know the funny part about this is when I was in high school, I decided I wanted to do this when I was very young. I went in and told my guidance counselor, and she did everything in her power to talk me out of it. She said, "You can't make any money, and you can't get a career out of this, and you'll be the only guy in beauty school." After I got out, she ended up being a client of mine.
Oh, no.
How funny is that?
Huh?
Okay, what I'm basically doing is emphasizing her brow bone. So I'm using a concealer that's actually 3 shades lighter than her skin tone. And look up for me. Open your eyes. Look on the ceiling. And then using it right on the outside corner of the eye, directing in a diagonal. What it actually does is it helps to create a curve on the top of the cheek and just brings a lot more brightness into the under eye area.
Jim, show us with your pencil where the eyebrow should start and where it should end. The trick.
Eyebrow, look straight at me. Eyebrow should start right where it is. Anything that extends from here over, get rid of. And to figure out where the eyebrow ends, she's got it ending perfectly, which is the outside of the nose and the outside corner of the eye.
So anybody can try this at home. You look in the mirror.
Definitely.
Get a pencil.
Yep. And there's an easier way to do it, too, which is...
Jim's bag of tricks.
Yep. If you can't remember how to do it like this. Just put a dot here, and then put a dot here. And anything that extends outside of that or outside of that, you tweeze off.
Good trick.
Am I good?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, what we're doing is eyeshadow, and since we've bronzed her skin up, what we're going to do is use a really popular for spring and summer is gold eyeshadow. Apply it on the whole entire lid, and then just smush the whole thing in. And
How gold is it? Is it gold or?
No, it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's gold, but it's got a little bit of a pink tinge to it.
Okay.
So it's a little bit softer. It's not as intense. But you know what, for spring and summer, it's every color under the rainbow you can use. Anything you want. Blues, greens, purples, black, whatever you want to do.
Is this the only time of year where there are kind of no rules?
Yes.
Okay.
Until next season.
Have you worked with Victoria Beckham?
I'm working with her in 2 weeks.
What do you do with her?
I don't know yet. It'll be my first time working with her, to tell
Okay,
you the
she's
truth.
growing her hair out, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I knew
and
it.
that's why...
Her 34th birthday party, she wore a headband back.
Yep. And
She is growing those bangs.
she's on the new cover of French Vogue. Wait till you see it. I just got it yesterday. They sent me pictures of it. And her hair is curly in a classic kind of 1920s, 30s look. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
What color is it?
It's kind of like back to a really soft brownie blonde.
Damn, she needs to go blonde again.
Can I tell you? She's delicious as a blonde. Okay, what we're going to do is eyelashes. Very, very big for spring and summer. So I'm just trying to measure out the length for her. Let me just see. Open for me. Brilliant. Okay, so all you do is hold them.
Where do you get these?
These I got at, believe it or not, here. I went over to Wegmans and got them at Wegmans, and they're Ardell, A-R-D-E-L-L. And you can reuse them. You don't just use them once and throw them out.
Can you return them?
Yeah, sure.
How do you get the glue off of old eyelashes?
What you want to do is, well, all glue is like a rubber-based silicone, so what you can do is just let it dry after you've pulled them off, and then you can just rub it off. All right?
Yeah, I'm good.
see.
Okay.
Hold on, that's with lash? And that's
Without.
without.
With?
With?
Without.
Without.
I feel like New York from like Flavor of Love, how she always has those huge like eyelashes on. How do I keep them from not like flying off?
They won't fly off.
Okay, sweet.
These puppies won't come off.
feel it
if you want to. I'm done with it after today.
Yeah?
Yeah. And you just pack it in at the root. Simple and classic. That's always the route to go. And then throw in a little bit of trendy if you want to.
Cool.
Okay, all we're doing is going through and just adding a stain to her lips, and that's all we're doing.
How often should you reapply?
It depends on how much you talk.
Well,
A
big talker?
lot.
I just say reapply like every, I don't know, like maybe 4 times a day.
So Jim, you're doing the final.
Yep, I'm just powdering. We'll do gloss on her lip, and she is good.
And what kind of powder do you go for?
Any kind of a bronzing powder. I prefer Stila or Dior, but just a bronzing powder just to finish it all off. They're the best ones on the market to use.
How does it feel? Yeah?
Like
Yeah.
a mask.
Like a mask.
Is it heavier
Like
than
cake
is it
batter.
heavier
No,
than
just
you usually
kidding.
wear or lighter, Shanna?
It's a lot more than I usually wear, obviously, but it feels lighter, which is nice.
All right, Jim,
Yeah.
tell me what you've done with her face.
Well, I just pinched her cheeks, and that's basically it. Because, you know, that's all she
wake up
needed.
like this,
She just wakes up, exactly. So basically what we do is we tone the skin, then you use a moisturizer with an SPF, which is really good. Then I used a foundation, which is 3 shades darker than her skin tone, to give her the tan look. Then you use contour, which is actually 2 more shades darker than that, so it's 5 shades darker. And that creates the hollow and a little bit of cheek color. Then you use highlighter on the brow bone, the top of the cheeks to add some curve, some gold eyeshadow, some fake eyelashes, 2 different kinds of mascara, some under eye concealer. Then we use lip stain, and then we use gloss, and then you look natural.
And how does she maintain this through the day?
She hires me.
Yes.
There's nothing to maintain. The idea is put everything on and then try to wipe it off. Because the idea is it just stains your skin all over, and then you don't have to do anything the whole entire day, not even
Nice.
powder.
There it is.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
You're awesome.
Brilliant.